You are a good writer.
We have.
My dad, people actually get to hear him. That's what he gave me in his 90s.
Yeah, because we repeated. So she was asking me questions, and then she was like, I need to interview you.
It's off there. It's off.
I know. I haven't started it. I know. I'm just going to record.
There's something to do with peace for mom.
And they Danielle do everything funny.
And then, well, because you didn't know you were going to record me, and then all of a sudden she's like,
That's all right. You know what? It's always better the second time around. You correct all the little mistakes that you made the first time.
Y'all missed my interview.
Janelle, right?
They interviewed me, and I forgot to set it up.
You don't even have to remember
I
that.
just did it,
All you
and
have
it was
to
so
do is remember
great.
your story
And after she talked to me, she was like, okay, we don't need Dan anymore.
I can do that. Even on pretty easy.
I know,
Shit.
that's
And
okay.
you guys would have been so proud of me. Everybody said I did so good, but damn it.
I would love to be around like holidays in this household. I bet there's a lot going on.
It's crazy.
Wow. Because everyone in this house is deaf, so it's quite an experience.
So I'm gonna have you spell your first and last name just so we can make sure I get everything correct. And then I'm assuming caregiver for your title, however you'd want to be titled when you're on screen.
I would say, just for, since we're dealing with the department, family caregiver, that's probably what they would.
That's what we should say.
They
I
would
said,
like.
you're doing good.
And Dan, just D-A-N.
Dan, D-A-N-S-A-L-I-N-G-E-R. Just like the author.
No, perfect. Love it. So let's, I'd love a little bit of history of your background. I know you were an attorney. Can you just let us know a little bit about before you became a caregiver, your...
Sure, yeah, I've been an attorney, I still am an attorney. I just, in 2019, like the year before COVID, I had a heart attack. And I was living the life of work hard, play hard, raise your kids, and just, straight on through. And it got difficult after a while. I was working in criminal law, and it's stressful. People's lives depend on what I say in court, and it's not easy for me to compartmentalize that and detach myself from the person. And in 2019, I had a particular case that really bothered me. It was a DUI, and the kid, no other criminal record, hardworking kid, just bad situation, and he made a mistake. And a kid like that, if he goes to prison, it's going to be a different outcome than if he goes to jail. And the original offer that I got for the guy was 2 years, and I kept trying to get better. And the DAs knew what I was doing. Couldn't get any movement from the DA's office, and ultimately we're getting ready for trial. And the DA that we drew for trial was like a heart, and he saw us 5 years. That's 5 years. And I go, well, we had an offer of 2, and so I'm looking to, this guy's facing 5 years. He could have had 2. I went to his supervisor, and I said, you've known me for 25 years, and I'm pretty much a straight shooter. And he said, yeah, you're a straight shooter, so I'm in a predicament because I'm dealing with you and my own person. So what he ended up doing was just saying, all right, we're going to put a floor of 2, which is what you're asking for, a ceiling of 5. You go argue to the judge, and the judge will make the decision. Which is a really classy thing to do by the guy's boss. And so I had this hearing coming up, and this kid was going to face either 2 or 5 years or something in between. And the night before that hearing, and I was really invested in it because it would have been an injustice if that guy went for more than 2 years. And it caught up to me. My daughter was playing a soccer game. It was playoffs, and there was a lot of stress. And I had a heart attack the night before that hearing. And I'm in the hospital, and I'm on my phone texting my client, I'm texting my secretary, I'm filling my client in on what to say to the court, and when am I going to get out of here? And the doctors are like, look, you're not going anywhere. You're having a heart attack. And the nurses had to come by and take my phone because I was using it, and then when the nurses were away, I got out of my bed, I went over there, I stole my phone back, and I've got it. And this is all for work, right? you don't really, it was kind of surreal at the time. You're in the ER, you're having a heart attack, and, you're not thinking clearly. Over the course of the next couple of days, I realized just how close I came to orphaning my kids. I had a couple kids in high school, one in college, the other, just a really scary situation. And so that was when I changed my life, and I basically started to retire. I started working towards retirement this is back in 2019, and then 2020, we get COVID, right? And that is the same year that we ended up taking my dad in. So there was a lot going on in our lives at that point, and it was in the middle of a real change, a real turning point in my life. And so we had COVID, we had my dad, we had my heart attack, and then my son got IgA nephropathy at the same time. We didn't, and that's a kidney disease. It's a serious kidney disease, but it's manageable. But before he was diagnosed, we didn't know what he had. They were thinking kidney cancer. Are his kidneys shutting down? Is it lupus and other immunosuppressant disease? So all of this was hitting at once, and it really impacted the way that I looked at family, right? It changed my outlook on life, and that was the situation going into my dad's, the time when he needed care. And so it just kind of fit, and all this kind of came together at once. We were dealing with my son, my dad, my heart attack, and just kind of changed a life from what we were 3 years earlier to a very different life. We're caregiving and taking care of my dad. And you're shaking your head, but I will tell you, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. Those things, life is funny, and I can just tell you this, I like myself a lot more today than I did when this journey started.
And it's been 5 years?
So it's been 5 years since we've had my dad living with us, but the journey started long before that. We were caregiving long before my dad moved in. He was living independently in the Del Webb community, about 3 blocks away from my mom, who he divorced 40 years earlier. They ended up 200 miles away from where they lived in the same community. And that's when it really started. The symptoms started to appear. He'd be driving in his car, and I'd be watching him on my phone because we'd get a little concerned. And he comes to an intersection that he's navigated through 1,000 other times, and he turns the exact wrong way. Hey Dad, where are you going? I don't know how I got here. And he'd turn around and he'd go back. And those kinds of incidents, I caught him with a cashier's check in his wallet. And this is really out of character for him. He closed a large bank account, and he's walking around with a cashier's check, and by the time I found it in his wallet, it was old, red, it was like a month, in there for a month, and if that had fallen out, nobody would have known, it just would have been gone. And then we had to deal with the driving. And this is all happening prior to him moving in, we had him, he got a red light ticket. And so I'm looking at the red light ticket, and I'm an attorney, and I look at it, and I go, my dad's in the number 3 lane, he's got a solid green light, and he goes straight through the intersection. So I'll go to court and take care of this. And I go to court, and I show the DA the picture. And so we go back and we look at the video that's attached to those red light pictures, because there's like 10 or 15 seconds of video that they take. And sure enough, my dad was in the number 3 lane, and he had a solid green light to go forward. The problem was, in the middle of the intersection, on a whim, he just decided to make a left turn, and he cut across a busy intersection, narrowly missing like 3 or 4 cars that would have been horrific. And he just right through. Didn't slow down. It was like that Frogger game when you're trying to cross the street. I mean, that's literally what it looked like. And I said to the DA, this guy can't be driving. We were all in agreement, and we got with the judge. We contacted the DMV. We got his license taken away. And this is always living on his own. Unfortunately, that didn't end the driving situation, because the man had 8 billion sets of spare keys. So although he took his keys away and had his car in the garage, he was taking it out. So we moved the car to my mom's house, which is 3 or 4 blocks away from him. And sure enough, he's walking by 3 or 4 blocks. He sees the car. He goes home. He gets one of his spare keys, comes back, takes the car out. He hasn't driven in 6 months. He couldn't drive 6 months earlier. Now he's got no insurance. Terrifying, right? And this is all before the man spent one night in anyone's house. And those kinds of things led up to the point where one day, you wake up in the morning and you you don't expect anything different that day. And we found my dad with a big bruise, and he had some cuts on his head. And Dad, how did that happen? He didn't remember. And that's the day that we moved him in to my brother Mark's house. And Mark had just recently gone through divorce. That's perfect. You know, we'll move him in. Mark, you got it. Well, that was perfect for us, for me and the rest of my siblings for about 6 months. And then at that point, Mark needed a break. And that's when Danielle and I first took my dad into the house overnight. And we had him for a week. And during that week, it became really clear that it was too difficult for my brother to do alone. It was hard. And this is when he's walking around, and, it was hard. So we ended up switching with my brother. I'd have him for 3 days, then he'd have him for 3 days, and that worked out pretty well for about 2 years. And then the symptoms just grew, became more pronounced, and the switch became too difficult for my dad. Knowing where he was if he woke up in the middle of the night. So that's when my wife and I took him in full time. And that was about 2.5 years ago. Mind you, when we took him in, he's walking to the bathroom, he's walking in the shower. If we want to go somewhere, Dad, let's go, we're going to take a ride. He walks out to the car, and it just became another member of our immediate family again for me. And so, that's how we lived for about 2.5 years. And then again, you go to bed, you don't think anything's unusual is going to happen the next day, and at 5 o'clock in the morning, my dad gets up to go take a pee, and he falls down. My wife gets up, she goes in to tend to him. A second later, she yells for me. I get up, and lo and behold, he's broken the hip. And again, another surreal experience. I didn't realize that my life had just changed dramatically again, but it did, and at the hospital, I started to realize and learn just how serious the prognosis is for a 93-year-old man with advanced dementia who breaks a hip. You look it up, it's not good. So, and then we went from that experience with him being able to ambulate from place to place, and it's fairly easy, to all of a sudden he needs help going to the bathroom, he needs help getting in, he needs complete help taking a shower, he needs help getting out of bed and walking to the kitchen table, and from the kitchen table to the couch, and back to bed, to the bathroom. Now he walks with a walker, but there's always somebody holding on to him while he's walking. So since last March, that's the situation we're dealing with, and it's still continuing. We have a procedure next week that is going to be able to have them remove his catheter, which is going to have a double-edged sword, right? Because while he's not going to have that horrible thing attached to his body, and everything that goes with it, and if you know, you know. If you don't, look it up. I'm not going to talk about it, but it's bad. And we're going to go to having no catheter, which means we're going to have to deal with traveling to the bathroom again, but I think it's better overall. Give him a chance to have a little better quality of life for his remaining time here on Earth.
And I think a lot of people, you say caregiver, they know, but I don't think they know the extent. So explain to us, what does a caregiver, what does it entail?
Wow. So people are familiar with things like the repetition. Where's my checkbook? Where's my card? And that can become a little overwhelming in and of itself, right? But you get used to that. So you're dealing with that. You're dealing with sundowning. Some people are dealing with aggression, anger, other issues that can pop up. But I'm just talking about just getting through the day, being able to live a life, a normal life while you're taking care of your dad. And that is difficult because of the repetition, and now with the way he is, he needs somebody with him almost 24/7, right? If he's not sleeping, someone has to be there, because you can pull his catheter out, you can do all sorts of things that you just would never expect. And the grind of caregiving, you could name, from one task to the next task to dealing with everything, but I will tell you, I can sum it up, it's the 24/7, it never ends. It just goes from one thing to the next. You may have, a really situation in the bathroom, where you get that taken care of, and you're exhausted, and hours gone by, and you get everything, you needed to take care of, you have to take care. Well, guess what? It happens again tomorrow, and it happens the next day. it just keeps coming. And that's that's why respite is so critical, so people can get breaks. And that's why I'm just so lucky to have a wife that when I pass my point of no return, my fuse runs out, I can step away and I have somebody to come in and pick up right where I left off, and vice versa. Because it's difficult, and you can imagine taking care of a baby. It's not much different, except you've got an extra 200 pounds to deal with, and you may have somebody with arms that are flailing or that doesn't understand what's happening, and you just have to get through each moment, each day, and then go on to the next day.
And it was so interesting, earlier you said, no one grows up saying, I'm gonna be a caregiver when I get older. I mean, that is so interesting, right?
Yeah, if you had asked me 15 years ago, you're gonna be in the bathroom with your dad doing X, Y, and Z. 15 years ago, I would have said, are you? I mean, that's insane. We'll have nurses, well, somebody. I'm not gonna be in that position. I just didn't see it, and then you wouldn't see it. I mean, how would you? It's hard to visualize the future like that, right? You don't know how you're gonna feel, but absolutely, the last thing I ever thought I would be was a caregiver, and now I am not only a caregiver, I'm an advocate for caregivers because I know how hard it is, and I know how lucky I am to have the help that I have, and some resources to help if nothing else is available. And I know there are so many people out there that are doing it alone. They're doing it, without any extra resources, working hard, having to have their boss on the phone while they're, maybe changing a loved one. It can be really tough. It can be impossibly hard, and it's tough.
And going back to the resources, what do you want to say about that? Because there are so many that people don't know about. So what information, what can you share?
Okay, so thank you for asking, because it is National Family Caregivers Awareness Month, and I certainly was not aware of all the resources that are available to help you. If you are a caregiver, or you know somebody who is a caregiver, whether you're struggling or not right now, it's good to get ready and to prepare. Well, the California Department of Aging, and they have a website, it's aging.ca.gov. You can locate a family caregiver resource center, and they have them all over the state. And you can contact those resource centers and find out what services are available to you at your stage of caregiving right now. And there is a lot. You can get stipends, you can get respite care, you can get legal assistance, transportation assistance, medical liaisons. Sometimes you can qualify for in-home medical care. There are resources out there to help people in my position. And again, it's the California Department of Aging. Their website is aging.ca.gov. Please check it out and find out what's available for you. You may be quite pleasantly surprised.
Did you rehearse that? That was perfect. Did you say
No,
that?
I'm thinking to myself, you're going to have to cut this and edit the crap out of this.
Did you sound like that? Are you okay?
I filmed that.
So let's get to the fun part. So I know for your wife, the social media for her was an outlet in a sense. So tell us, how did the whole social media come to be for you?
That's an interesting question. So, remember, we were in COVID when this started, and we were, everyone was home. We were sequestered or whatever, confined to home. So I jumped on TikTok and I started making fun videos about my wife in the garden, throw a tennis ball, the dog would run through whatever, and she'd be looking at it. And we were making fun videos, and my poetry I put on videos. It was just a video of our life during COVID, and that's when my dad showed up. So naturally, when he began living here, he began appearing in videos. And the very first day he was here, we had a video, he walked a mile. And, my dad's a really special person. And for whatever reason, people saw him and liked him. And he grew my channel from nothing to, now I have millions of people that watch the journey because my dad is such an amazing person, and he was just so interesting to watch. And so naturally and organically, you just kind of saw this entire caregiving journey happen, and I was capturing it with videos every day, from the beginning all the way through to where we are today. And My dad has just became loved, and he has a lot of people that follow, and also a lot of caregivers follow, because, something that people don't realize as a caregiver, it is very hard, and it's very isolating. People feel alone, and they feel there's no help out there, and by watching my channel and seeing, oh my God, there's other people that are going through the same thing. Oh, I did that, and I was kicking myself, but I guess it's not so common. Something that people don't talk about, and I love is, as an advocate for caregivers, there's something called caregiver guilt. And people aren't going to want to talk about it, but caregivers are human, and caregiving is hard, and caregivers lose it, and caregivers are imperfect, and caregivers are, can lose it, and they can lash out verbally or whatever. They cannot be perfect, and then, the person who has dementia forgets, right? And they move on, but the guilt can stay with the caregiver, right? Did I really say that to my dad who's got dementia because I lost it in that moment, right? Did I really do that? And I carry that, and other people have carried that. And when you see that you're not alone, and that it is normal to lose it under certain situations that are enormously stressful, you see, I'm not alone. I'm not the only one that does that. And it can help get you through a really difficult moment, knowing that you're not alone, and what you're feeling is totally normal. So social media has helped me that way. I get to read the comments of everybody saying, that happened to me, I did that. So social media has been a way, a coping mechanism. And it wasn't intended as that, but it has become a coping mechanism, and that's why I got my wife into social media. I knew that if she got a channel, she would get attention because my dad was already known. So, and for a wife that's taking care of a father-in-law, making the sacrifice, and the sacrifice is an understatement when I say that. It is a life-changing sacrifice for the period that you're here. And I encouraged her to get on social media and find the same kind of relief that I felt, same kind of, you can bond with other people who are going through the same thing. And so it's been a two-way street on social media. We've helped other people, and other people have helped us.
I love that. I love that aspect of it, because it's you're showing real and raw, and making people feel not alone is so important. So for you, at this point, it just seems like you're in a good place. I know with the first 2 years I learned was really difficult, but I think Danielle's feeling good. How are you feeling at this point?
I'm tired, and I am. Thank you. That's the Department of Aging. I'm in a fine place, but I'm also watching my father deteriorate every day. So it's a real roller coaster ride for us. As a person, as I've said before, I feel better than I've felt in decades. I like myself a lot more than I did before I started this. And I didn't realize how important that was, and I'm proud of what I'm doing. I feel I'm honoring my father. It's difficult, but I'm in a good place because I feel good about what I'm doing.
And you brought up the keyword dignity, which I think is something that everyone really wants to keep as they're aging. So why is that important to make sure that your dad is having that dignity?
Well, I put my dad on the internet, right? And I am responsible for that. I am his power of attorney, and so it's my responsibility to make sure that I don't do anything that I know my dad wouldn't want out in public. Now, people have to understand, my dad was a doctor, and my dad, if you watch the videos, you see he is a very straightforward person. He talks about the bathroom, it's a biological, he's not shy and has never been, and he took, Hippocratic oath, he's to help other people. And I know that my dad would be so proud knowing how many people and how many lives that he's touched through his videos. But it is a fine line, right? Because I am responsible for my dad. I have to be very careful not to post anything that I believe he wouldn't want posted. And that was the one request I made of you guys today. When you came in, I said, video, whatever you want. I just don't want to catch my dad in a bad moment with his mouth open or drool. It's something that is not dignified. So I take that responsibility very seriously, and that does limit, what I can post. but I try and stay within what I believe my dad would be comfortable doing. And I know that's probably a lot more than other people. My mom, for instance, would not want to have this kind of exposure, but my dad's a very different person, and I know that if he was looking down and watch this, he would be proud of me for doing it, and he would be proud of himself for making his story and his journey such a helpful gift to other people who may be going through the same thing.
So good, so wonderful. Love it. I'm gonna have you do something kind of, it's gonna feel a little odd, but I'd love for you to introduce your dad. Just let us know his name and how old he is, and you are his caregiver. So just a little introduction to the piece.
I don't probably want me to do it.
No, you could just say, my dad's Ed, and he's.
Okay, so you're gonna put it, okay.
He would go outside, he would have his fist ready, if any kid came too close,
My dad is Dr. Edward L. Salinger,
he was ready.
and I am proud to be his caregiver. He raised me, and he gave me everything I needed to succeed in life, and now when he's in a time of need, it's my honor to be able to return the favor.
And then one more sentence on you and your wife are both caregivers for him, and say Danielle, if you don't mind.
Sure. You want me to just sort of repeat the whole thing and then?
No, you could just say, my wife Danielle and I are caregivers for my father, just a simple sentence, just in case I needed to put it in.
And my wife Danielle is my co-caregiver, and we are in this journey together. I was looking at the camera.
I know, one more time. That was great.
And my wife's name is Danielle, and we are co-caregivers. We are on this journey together.
How long have you two been married?
We've been married for about 28 years.
Wow, so you're in it, and I love that you're doing this together.
We're in it, and I couldn't do it alone. I mean, that's the simple fact of the matter. And if I did, it would be, the care that my dad got would be quite different. So I'm extremely fortunate. My siblings are extremely fortunate. My wife's willing to take on this responsibility with me.
David, because
Perfect. You're so good. Anything else? I feel like the resources were wonderful, but if we want to talk anything more about, just let me know.
Anything with, anything coming up that we want to, any dates that you want to push?
I was just thinking too.
three
Do
boys.
you think it's interesting, just, we already had that conversation about, you're doing this for your dad. Do you want your kids to do this for you? Because your wife said she didn't, and I understand that because I told that to my son too. But that may change, right?
And you want to talk about that? So you
I don't know if
ask
that is something
question?
that, I would phone that, I don't know if that's interesting for you guys.
Yeah, okay, as well, to have it. Yeah, sorry, look at me.
So, I get the question a lot, are you expecting your kids to take care of you? And that question always gives me pause because I don't expect it, right? I don't know what situation my children are going to be in. I don't know what issues they're going to be dealing with if and when I reach that point. And I will leave it up to my kids to decide whether that's something that's appropriate or works in their life or not. I certainly don't expect it, and if it works out and it turns out to be a situation like this, great, but it's not something that I could, I know how hard it is, right, and I feel lucky to do it, and for me, it works, and we don't know what kind of, what their marital status, their marital situation, what their kids are going to be doing, what other issues they're going to. So the short answer is no, I don't expect it, but they're witnessing it, and my hope is generally that as a result of my channel and what I've done, I hope that across the world, that more families are taking their parents in, or their uncle in, or their grandparent, or their niece or their nephew with a disability. I hope that happens, but I'm not expecting it of my own kids right now.
What? Did you
That's a
say
good answer.
coming?
Yeah.
Sunday.
He's coming
I wonder if
Sunday?
there's just something that we can touch on with like starting the conversation.
Coming to my-
Like how when you were talking to Diane about things that she could do to
Here.
like relieve yourself or like decompress, and it's important to start the conversation like with each other to understand what's important, but also start the conversation with like your dad to understand what's important to him and how you can help him age in place, because you want to honor what's important to him as well, right? Like not us just make decisions for them. It's like you want to have that mutual conversation to understand.
So there's a lot there, so,
Yeah.
a great topic,
Yeah.
decision making.
Yeah.
So I could certainly do something, something that really comes up is I have to make his medical decisions, right? It's an enormous responsibility. I'm, again, lucky, I have a brother that I depend on, right? And so I'll call my brother for.
Do you want this on camera?
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's talk about, I mean, what goes into the decision making. I don't think people realize, right? That we can talk about decision and then just the conversations you've had with your dad, with your wife, how that's important to all be on the same page.
So that there's a number of questions wrapped up in there. I'm gonna talk about what I think is most important out of that question, and because what was most difficult for me. When you are a caregiver and you take over the responsibility for your parent, and someone who's cared for you and made your decisions when you couldn't make them, now the tables are turned and the decisions can be pretty darn serious. You're talking about making medical decisions. So, as an example, say my dad has a lesion on his face, right, and it's basal cell. It's something that could potentially turn cancerous, and it's something that he's had removed from his body many times over the last 30 years. Well, at some point during your kid during their decline, it's not something that you're going to worry. Your outlook's going to change from 5 years maybe down to a year and a half or less, and some things that you would have worried about 5 years ago, you're not going to worry about in the later stages. These are incredibly difficult moral decisions that you have to make. How much are we going to put him through just to maybe keep him alive? And so I have to make a balancing act: quality of life versus risk versus how it's going to impact him. And these are decisions that you're making for your own parent, right? So it's incredibly difficult. And again, I am incredibly lucky to I have a brother who's a doctor, so I call my brother and we talk about it. But those decisions we make as a family, we have a procedure next Monday, in like 4 days. My dad's going in for a procedure under anesthesia, and that was one of the most difficult decisions that I had to make. It's a fairly minor invasive procedure. It's something that will enable him to get this catheter out. And so I have to balance the risk of going through that procedure versus the benefits that we may receive as a result of that procedure. And just making that decision, you may not get up from that operating table on Monday. That is a real risk, right? So I have to balance whether we're going to go through that based on the benefits that we're going to see after that. And in this particular case, if he doesn't have a catheter, it's going to allow him to be a lot more mobile. It's going to take something away that's attached to his body that is a significant disruption in our life. So we're making a decision, we're taking a risk for a particular benefit that will accrue to my dad, right? But I have to make that decision, and that is, that's a massive responsibility. I have to make life and death decisions about my dad, and I've had to make those decisions for a while now. What procedures are we going to take? Are we going to even get a hip replacement? You have to sit and you have to weigh all the different options. So it is a really massive responsibility, and one of the most difficult aspects of caregiving as you get into medical issues. Do you want to do a conversation maybe like how the conversation I had with my wife about bringing him in?
Yeah.
You don't have to need it, but you want to ask?
Yeah, so, I'm sure that wasn't, it's time, you decided you probably need to move your dad in. How was that conversation with Danielle?
Okay, so, and this is again probably something that's not uncommon in these situations. You have a parent, you have a child of a parent that wants to bring that ailing parent into the household. And, of course, you're married, you have a life, your wife has a life, you have kids in the house, and it's a major disruption to bring somebody in. So you have to be in agreement, right? It wouldn't be great to bring him into a situation where not everybody is on board. That would just lead you down a bad path. So it was really important to me when I had to make that decision. You know, my dad was here for a week, and we realized Mark couldn't do it by himself, and I had to, you know, have a conversation with Danielle about bringing him in. And it was not like her first year, yeah, that sounds great, bring him on in, let me call the moving truck right now. That didn't happen. There was a lot of apprehension that went into that situation, and ultimately she said, you know, it's something that you want, it's very important to you, I'm willing to do it. And that's, you know, that's the fortune of having a wife who's understanding and willing to make that sacrifice with me. And again, I'm incredibly lucky to have that, you know, as part of my journey.
Sweet. I think you need a reality show. Adorable. Wonderful.
May have to come get you.
Anything else?
Yeah, great. We have so much time.
Since I got the light on you, can I just have you just say one thing, just real quick? So, if you can just say, I'm Dan and I'm a family caregiver, that's all. Wait, hold on.
I'm Dan Salinger, and I am a family caregiver. Actually, I could add proud to be a family caregiver. I am Dan Salinger. I am Dan Salinger, and I am proud to be a family caregiver.
Okay, one more, you're so good, let's just do it for us.
Same thing.
Yeah, why not?
I am Dan Salinger, and I am proud to be a family caregiver.
Alright, awesome.
Home.
All right, we're gonna keep you mic'd.
Okay.
You can put it in your pocket, and then let's do some activities. Kind of follow you around a little bit, what you're gonna do now with you.
Let's see where he is right now. Danielle, you want to move those things?
Yeah, Dan's, your mom's leaving.
Okay.
You wanna say goodbye?
Mom?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, you got to see some of it.
Nice to meet you guys.
Oh,
Thanks
nice
for
to
coming.
meet you. Thank you. Yes.
Let me just get this, you going out that way? Oh, nice to meet you. It's
Nice
just
to meet you.
a little path for you.
Are you open to being filmed for something? If I can have you just say your name and that you are a family caregiver?
Yeah, you can say.
Okay. Hold on, wait, 1 second. Let me just get you in the light, a better light over here.
Better light?
Yeah, better light, right here.
Doesn't get that dark till midnight.
Let me just stand right here, hold on, let me just, here's.
Level up. Back, please.
Cats.
We got 8
Yeah,
cats.
just his name, and then he said, I'm a proud family caregiver, and say, you've been caregiving for your mom.
I'll say I'm an additional family. caregiver.
Okay, and you can start anytime you
Give
want.
my name?
I'm sure if you're comfortable, you can just say
Oh,
your first
I'm
name
Mark,
or
I'm Dan's brother, I'm an additional caregiver, helping out the colonists.
Mark, that's good, you can use that, but if you wanted to say, my name is Mark Salinger, and I'm proud to be a family caregiver. That's what I said.
Next time.
That's okay,
All right.
wait. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing them on, Mark.
Hi there.
All right.
That guy wants in. He sees you, Chris, he's a.
He's like, who's in my house?
And so now we're gonna follow them, get some B-roll.
Okay, so, yeah, so what I was gonna tell you is that, sorry, the dogs are going crazy. So Mary, his caregiver, is getting ready, she's making him a sandwich, so I don't know if you wanna implement any of that in there, or just mostly me and Dan, that's up to you.
Probably mostly you and Dan.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I think before lunch, if you want, we can do a quick segment, I think,
Coco.
if I get them up.
Knock it off.
And walk him a little bit, I can
Yeah,
show how
so-
we walk him in place, where's his walker?
Here, in there, in the other room.
Okay.
Okay, we'll move you guys. By the way, just so you all know, I did an interview and I didn't even think about putting it on the camera because it was unanticipated. So I did get, I know some of you were saying something, but I did get my 5 minutes of fame. And I did do a video, but I forgot because we were just talking. There was nothing going on. There was no things or anything. It was just, and she's like, I think I want to interview you. And so I did, so she did. So anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. And I didn't put y'all on because I wasn't anticipating it and I was caught off guard. So I'm just going to keep you guys, Mary's here making it lunch. I know, and oh, Janet, and they were like, Janelle, who's the ABC person, she was like, we don't need Dan. You did great. But of course they had to do Dan, so I did it. So I was feeling good about myself for a minute. So now I'm gonna be quiet because we're gonna try to get
Maybe
some.
here?
So I'll just leave you here.
And you've been really close on, I can move back a little bit, but push this away. And, that way there shouldn't be too much glare.
You could just hear.
You can check, we can close
know,
the
Eloise,
curtains
I
if necessary if
feel
there's
so
glare, or if you want to bring one of the lights in there.
I did
So yeah,
good.
okay, I mean, this is, maybe we're fine, so right here.
I love you guys.
I was thinking, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the walker like right here, and then I'm gonna have him stand up and kind of do this, and I'll be talking to him. And so hopefully he'll respond, and you'll get his voice on there.
What do you wanna do with this, Sheriff?
Yeah, you're gonna get up in a minute, Pop. You're doing great. This is ABC News, Pop. You're a famous guy.
Hey, well,
You're a famous guy.
here's my kind of dad.
You're famous. The news is here to see you, Pop. These
I
ABC.
will get the camera that light.
Yeah, wait till you see the camera.
This is, who was ABC? Was it Jennings on the ABC News?
Yes, Peter, yeah.
It's Peter Jennings, Pop.
So, once he sees.
Dad back?
No.
Hi, Dad,
Hi, Ed. You're gonna be on the news. You're gonna be on TV. You're gonna be on TV.
All right.
You know why? Well, yep, and he's gonna bring his camera in, and we're gonna get some shots of you, and then you'll eat lunch, okay? I don't leave a pair all over you. Does that sound, are you ready to be on TV?
Daniel, I think you're gonna make him nervous.
No, I'm not.
Pop, you're gonna be with me.
You're gonna smile, and show that beautiful smile.
You're gonna be with me.
Yeah. That's a good smile, Ed.
Mary, I see you dressed up a little bit today.
A little bit.
I noticed.
I was like, girl, don't be coming over here
You
looking
don't want
like
me to
that.
come with those hats, but you know what? That's how comfortable I be here.
I know.
When I come here every day, I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
So however,
That's-
whatever I put
That's
on.
okay.
Well, you
We
you
don't
know that
mind
we're
it.
not fashion shanadas or whatever the word is.
Shanados,
Fashionistas or whatever. Fashion.
aficionados, whatever.
I'm lucky if my shirt's on.
Hey, Dan, by the way,
Right side out.
we kind of matched today. We're gonna have to get a
Yeah, you
picture of us
guys
after.
just kind of,
Yeah, blend together. I know. I told Mary, I was like, girl, don't you be coming over here looking like that.
because I will. I'll be just as comfortable. When I come here, I'm at home.
Mhm.
I definitely feel like I'm at home.
And you should be. That's
Right.
That's the way we like it. Help yourself to food, whatever you need.
Just gonna bring this over.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, we, trying.
You know, I was gonna say, maybe let's see, cause I may close that too.
She's on
Okay,
live
appreciate that.
or with Zoom.
We're
and
gonna
I'm-
figure it out.
And I'm walking around all the time tonight. and I'm live, all right. How you doing? Sorry. I'll get out of the way.
Yeah, is that okay? And I'll bring one of mine.
Do you want me to close that one?
No, that one's fine.
Okay.
Cause I'll be actually just going into this.
Okay.
Oh, she's Mrs., I think Mrs.
Is this in the way? Should she move?
No, that's fine.
She on for the room.
I mean, unless you want to, it's up to you.
No, it's not in the camera.
Y'all can see Mary. That's Mary walking by.
Oh.
She normally wears like her pajamas here, so I told her she better look good today. So if any of you are joining, ABC News is here and is doing a segment. We have a couple women who are here from the Committee for Aging. And he testified this morning. He gave his thing on an interview and on a panel. Hi Peps. So they're here also trying to get some footage to put on their website for the state of California for the aging department. You know, they kind of handle like Meals on Wheels. They do all those fun things. They're here for assisting. People don't know, you know, what's going on and how they can get help. And so they are trying to just broaden their horizons. Dan's also advocating for, you know, figuring out different dynamics for like elderly care, you know what I mean? Because that's an issue. That's an issue today in today's society. So we'll learn more about, you know, what we gotta do, what we gotta do. You like my 1996 hair? Thanks. I love it too. Thank you for recognizing it. So it's pretty cool. And I did so good on my interview. I can actually be very demure and very mindful and very adequate. It's an issue everywhere. And for all of you who are doing it alone, and I was talking to them, I said, you know, people do this alone. You know, I couldn't imagine doing this alone. And so many of you are doing this. And I hats go off to you, not to me, because I have help. And so it's wonderful. Yeah. So I'm speaking. I'm not like I'm being very demure, you know, mindful. Etiquette, you know, I cannot cuss. You know, I can not put my southern roots in. I know, Donna. Girl, I know. And you guys are badass. Those of you who are doing it are bad freaking ass alone, because there's no way I can do that. And Dan couldn't do it without me. So for those of you, you are better than me. You're better than Dan. And I look extra stunning today. Thanks. Twang it up, girl. I know I should have put my southern drawl in the interview. Right. Yeah, this is fun. Mary's here helping. Just kind of so that way she can assist Ed if I can't get to it to do, you know, my Coco's going crazy. She wants to come in. How long is Mary? Mary's here till 3. Dan will be doing takeout every night. You would. And healthy choices, honestly. Healthy choices. So I am the backbone, and I'm taking advantage of that, because I am. Bogey, I just poured a glass of wine because I was a little hammered last night. So I needed a hair of the dog, but I couldn't do it in the morning. Y'all, I was a little schnookered last night. And I'm not apologizing for any of that, because I enjoyed every minute of it. I just wish my husband went along with it a little bit better, because I was ready to go, you know? And cereal all over. There'd be rats in the house. No, I wasn't on my best self. But you know, sometimes I'm not going to be my best self. I look like Sarah Palin. Thank you. I think Sarah Palin's beautiful. It's me. And sometimes I am imperfect. And sometimes I mess it up. And sometimes I indulge a little bit. I'm not apologizing for it. And somebody texted me today. She's like, "Is Danielle hammered?" Yeah, I am. I was. And I don't do that very often, but it caught up with me. It caught up with me. Because I was getting ready for ABC. I didn't want cat piss. I wanted my house to smell good. I wanted it to look good. And not that they care, but it is what it is, you know? And I poured my glass of wine just now. Joanne and Mark were here for a bit. They hung out for a little bit. I know shit. And I'm human, just like anybody else, right? I make mistakes, and sometimes I drink a little bit too much, and that's okay. That's okay. I never apologize for being who I am, and it is what it is. So been there. I know. We've all been there, but people want to judge me. People were saying ugly things about me. I don't give a shit. It's who I am. You like me for who I am and all my imperfections, or don't like me at all. I don't care. But I was hammered. I sat down last night and I was like, oh shit. It caught up with me. Because at 2:30, I poured a glass of wine and I continued. I talked to my Zoomies. I was having a good time. And it was like friends in a house, you know? And I was doing my stuff. I was stressed out. And so it relaxed me. And then it caught up with me. So, shit. You know what I mean? Shit. So I love you guys too. I like to drink too. Me too. You know, it is what it is, you guys. So you get a little bit of the chaos that's happening right now. I will back out of the way and try to get you guys in the. Do we want to turn the TV off? Is the TV gonna affect you?
I do.
No? Okay.
As
He
long
should-
as it's on ABC, it's okay, right?
Exactly.
There we go, winner chicken dinner.
Do you want me to shut that blind? Or
No,
you
it's
okay?
fine. That's fine, thank you.
Danielle, you want us to move him back a little bit?
That'd be great.
Okay, we'll move you back, Pop, hang on.
Hold on it. Yeah, hold that over so. How far back? You tell me.
Yeah, you tell
That's
us.
cool, that's
Right
right, so yeah, so I get a little distance.
Let's empty this real quick, just.
All over the place. If you don't lock this, he starts moving.
We are, 1 second, Pop. Well, we're gonna just get your legs stretched right now.
What was I doing?
We're gonna stretch your legs right now. We're gonna stand up and you're gonna show everybody how you march in place. You're gonna march, just like you're in a marching band. You're playing a trumpet in your marching band, Pop, but you're gonna march in place. Yeah, you're doing good, yeah. Well, we're gonna figure it out. You watch. You will do amazing. You get ready, Pop. So how long you been with ABC?
Probably right before the pandemic. Came in with 2 months before. So what is that now?
Over 5 years. You went in about the same time that we took him in? Wow, notice he is retiring.
I saw that. Just decided it was time to.
That's a tough, I mean, for her, it's and what's going on with the party. It's too bad, because I don't know who they have, Democrats have now.
Yeah, who didn't get to get in there. Coco's at the dog's name?
Yeah, Shepherd is Coco.
Coco's like, dude, I'm in.
Coco is dying to get in, believe me. Is it exciting, Mary?
Very exciting, I'm just in awe.
Just so we can see
Yeah.
a little better. Is it bothering you?
I know, Bob. It's the price of being a star, Dad. You gotta be under the hot lights. That's the price of being a movie star.
Oh, okay. I'm not a movie star.
You're just a star.
Okay, so this scene is good?
Yeah, you can tell me whatever.
Did you got them talking?
Was that all right? Can I start rolling?
Roll, you do whatever you want.
Do you wanna come for a couple seconds?
Sure.
And just talk to him, he's gonna roll.
You wanted me to empty, do you want me to empty that?
Yeah, just in case it comes, I don't think it'll come into view, but. All right, Pop, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You're gonna be a star, Dad.
What?
A Star's Born. You're Chris Christopherson or Bradley Cooper.
Your handsome face is gonna be on camera. Look at that camera, right there.
It's a big camera,
Look at
Pop.
that camera. Are you ready?
But you're not gonna look at the camera, you're gonna look at me. You're gonna look at this face right here. Have you ever seen this face?
Yeah,
All right. Keep looking at my face. If you can, if you can stand it.
I know, you like the picture? Smile. Show your handsome face. Smile. Cheese.
So Pop, what we're gonna do here, Dad, is we're gonna get you we're gonna stretch your legs out, all right?
What's that?
I want you to stretch your legs out, Pop. So I'm gonna have you stand up, all right? Can you do that?
Whatever you want, I'll do.
Put your hands right here, Pop. And I'm gonna help you up.
1, 2, 3. Oh, there you go.
Now, what I want you to do, Pop, is get your balance, okay? Take a step, take one step. There you go. Now get your balance.
Stop, Coco.
You got it? Now, Pop, I want you to march. March, like you're in a band. Like you got a trumpet and you're in a marching band, Pop.
Where are we going?
I want you to march in place. Good job. We're gonna stretch those legs out, Pop.
I can't hardly play the trumpet, marching.
Well, I'll get your trumpet, you can sit down and play it, how's that?
And I take my trumpet out here.
I won't touch your trumpet, Pop, don't worry.
Good, look at him.
You feeling good, Pop?
Yeah, he's standing
Yeah,
up
I'm
straight,
fine.
look at him. He's doing good.
Alright, you stand there for a bit, Pop, keep your balance. Watch TV. We're watching ABC TV, Pop.
Where is it?
It's right there.
That number is turning.
Well, I'm talking about ABC.
It's the commercial.
Yeah.
Right there on the TV, Pop. American Broadcasting Company.
I don't see it.
It's there. It's the Subway commercial. You see the sandwich, Pop?
Are you hungry? Ed, are you hungry? Is he smiling?
He's looking, but he's standing. This is really good. So,
He's standing up
you
straight.
know, that he's just sitting here on his own. He's got his own balance. He's doing really well. This is important, and this is what we do when we can't walk him, because if there's one person, you know, you can't walk with a chair. So we get him up, we have him stand, we have him lift, and we do this about every hour and a half, 2 hours, keep him going.
He's showing off right now.
He's
Look at
showing
him.
off, Bob. Are you showing off, Dad?
He knows there's cameras and lights.
I think you are. Are you ready for the marathon, Dad? Ready to
What?
marathon? You ready to run? All right, Pop. How you doing, Dad?
I'm doing okay.
All
How
right.
you doing?
I'm doing okay too.
Okay.
You want to sit down?
Yeah.
All right, I got you. I got you. Go ahead, Pop. And that is how we exercise him when we have one person and we can't walk him. We just stand him up, get his blood pumping.
We also have
Look
a,
at that flame out there.
All right, Pop. Want to try something else? Look at
yeah, do you wanna show him on the little exercise machine?
Yes,
Okay.
we will take whatever you're willing
Okay.
to show us.
So this is where you want him to be, this far back?
Yeah, unless you need to, you put them where you need them.
Okay,
I
we'll
think
see,
we can move around.
we'll see. So is it gonna bother you if we have to turn that light off?
No.
Yes.
you grab a extension cord.
Well, I guess I could get an extension, yeah. Okay, hold on.
Because that way we keep distance.
Yeah.
between him.
There's one outside.
You know, this whole process right now is a little sad in a sense that, in a social media sense, you know, he is the one who was on. He was the star, right? And he captured everybody's attention with his wit, his talk, and we progressed to the point that, you know, I'm the one who has to talk and push him. And it's just different. Normally, you set the, you know, when we had people out in the first couple of years, you turn the camera on him, I can go sit in the other room. You know, he's just so amazing. And now, unfortunately,
Should always.
Did somebody go to Sac City?
Yes, I did, okay. This is a great one. I put it on just because it's local and I thought.
oh, Danielle, you put on NBC?
I didn't touch it.
I wasn't insane.
I thought I put on ABC.
By the way, you did that, I did not.
Somebody changed it, it wasn't me. It was my mom.
I know, I'm good.
Lucky one second for
He's
NBC.
in law school, there you go.
I'm good.
Doesn't get both sides.
So this is another thing we do throughout the day, is we put him on this to keep his legs moving. Sorry, my throat's delayed. Hold on it.
Watch out, I'll hit the button, just wait till it's
Put your foot there. You want me, I'll hit it.
but wait till they're on. So, when it's not convenient to pick him up, or when he's gonna be watching TV for a while, we have this device. So this was sent by a viewer.
Yep.
A viewer sent this, and it's an amazing machine, and we use it every single day. Hit the button. No. There he goes. Where are you going? Are you biking, Pop? Look at that.
He's smiling at the cameras. He knows, that's the funny thing is, I feel like he knows when he needs to entertain.
He is.
I-
He's amazing. The way he goes on,
You're
when the
good?
camera comes on, he lights up. It's really amazing.
Watch out for them.
I know. Do you want to take a drink?
Good.
I needed that.
Well, and it's funny you say that because a lot of my followers, they do that. They have this type of device under their desks. If they're sitting there and this is what they do. It's just to keep their flow and their.
I want somebody to do it for me, not me doing it.
Oh, well.
Because I have a manual one,
Yes.
you know?
I was just thinking,
Yeah.
you might be able to grab some footage,
Mhm.
like something that might be really good to see.
Is there anything you can share with us? I mean, we can pull from TikTok?
You can pull. You can if they know how to do it. You have my permission for any video.
Okay.
Maybe I can, you have to deal with the watermark. But if I can find the video, I got so many thousands of
Right.
videos, hard to find, but if I can find the original, I'm happy to share that. I'm looking for this video from I know how to find it easier. I can find the video. Something like, let's go. That Pedro's, that's a client of mine who's really is famous. I mean, he's the real deal. He's a lead singer for Marca MP, which is one of the biggest Hispanic bands.
Really?
Yeah, they travels all over the world. He's a Golden One, played Golden One.
Wow.
And he brought me up on stage at Golden One.
Oh.
Not as a caregiver, but as his attorney.
Yeah, oh.
So this is the kind of footage that I think I can use.
This is all wonderful. Oh my gosh, this is too cute. He is a ham, isn't he? He's looking right at the camera, he was.
Yeah, he's a ham, yeah.
Oh,
That's the word I was looking for. He's
so
a ham.
cute.
And he's been that way. That's the amazing thing. Danielle, that glitch, that TikTok glitch is still going on. I'll go find it on Instagram here.
What's going on?
Now I have that same glitch you had. It's
Oh.
a TikTok glitch.
Okay. Thanks for the gifts, you guys. I hope you're enjoying. You guys need any? I have sparkly waters. I have anything, water, Coke, Zero, Dr. Pepper.
Thank you though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nothing?
so sweet. Maybe water, yeah.
A water?
Yeah.
Do you want it sparkling?
No.
Okay, just regular?
Yeah, do you, Chris,
Ladies?
do you?
I don't have a soda.
Okay, so I have all the zeros. So I have
That's
a
good.
Pepsi Zero, I have a Dr. Pepper Zero.
Oh, I'll have Dr. Pepper Zero. I haven't
Okay.
had that in a
I'll do
long
a
time.
Pepsi Zero.
Okay, got it, and a water.
Do you have any problem with Wi-Fi, Danielle?
No.
So we can get, I would love a bathroom, like maybe helping him brush his teeth at midnight or.
We can do that. I mean, we can do one or two ways. We can try and you can try and catch it now. We can do it, or I can take a video with the phone and send it to you.
Okay, whatever. Oh.
So this is why we're having Wi-Fi issues.
Oh my gosh, I let my daughter have a Dr. Pepper the other day, and she's like, oh, because it is incredible, right?
Yeah.
There's something about
Well,
it.
the zeros are different. It's not like, but it's. I find like sometimes it's funny how people talk about crispness of these things, and I find that the Dr. Pepper Zero is not as crisp.
Yeah.
Need some?
But
And do you have the actual, that is amazing.
I believe I should be able to find this video.
That would be
Are you
wonderful.
thirsty?
And it just, it
Yeah.
just shows me getting him in and out of the car. We can get,
Starting an email with all this on it, or do you mind just passing along, whatever's easiest?
Dan, should I bring the dogs in and put them behind the gate? No.
Are you worried that the dogs, like, were afraid of the dogs, or will they jump on us or anything?
No.
they're friendly, but
Baxter probably won't come in.
they might, I mean, with all the
Coco.
equipment,
Oh,
they might not, they run around excited, right?
Yeah.
And they'd be screaming all of you.
Do you mind bringing him over when he eats and you could sit with him while he's eating? That's some extra
Absolutely,
footage.
absolutely.
And then you're gonna give the car, maybe one more scenario. What would, if it's hard getting him over,
You
Oh,
could,
there's
I'll
so
tell
much
you what we could
equipment
do.
out there.
know.
We could,
That's okay. I bet you have a lot we could use.
I'll bet we have a lot you could use. If
Yeah.
you can figure out how to get the watermark off,
I know.
if those people can get it off, you can use anything. If you let me know what video you want, I can look for it.
Okay, maybe let's do that. Let me look. And some of it looks great, right? We're pulling from your TikTok, it's great. But I don't want to have that the whole time. So
Right.
that's why it's nice to maybe get a couple straight from you, use some of ours.
God, I have a great clip that I got to find it on TikTok again. It was about 2 years ago, and I used it when I spoke to the Alzheimer's Association. It's him saying, I said, Dad, you live with me. You live with me in the house. And he looks at me and he says something like, well, I took care of you, and now it's your turn.
That is.
You couldn't have scripted it or made it any better, and it was
Right.
amazing.
But you know,
Can
you
say
have,
that
if
one more
you,
time?
Good.
Can you say that one more time?
That was
I know
really
you
good.
said that to me before too. Hold on, let me just get this right here.
So, I was sitting right here on the couch with my dad, and we were doing a little video, and he turns to me and asks where we are. He said, Dad, you live with me. You live with your family now. You're 90 something years old, and I take care of you. And he looked at me and he said, well, I took care of you when you were little. Now it's your turn.
Great.
And he did it 10 times better than me. I mean, he was just really good.
But,
Oh,
yeah.
it's just a cinematic, that's why.
Wow.
oh,
They just,
It's lovely. I was like, wow. Well, when he's ready to eat, do you
Well,
think
absolutely.
that would be
We
great?
could do that right now.
well, I don't know if you
Oh.
wanna like video him eating
No,
per se,
but just maybe at the table near the food, and you two could be by him and just saying you have everything you need, everything.
Yeah, and you can show food. We could also get if you wanted to get like a moving clip of me taking him out the door and walking him out in front in the chair.
Is that hard? That would be wonderful.
That's not hard at all.
Okay, that'd be great.
Do you want that?
That's okay.
I will whenever you. I
And
guess.
then is it possible to turn that overhead on before you move?
This one, it's
Yeah.
not very light,
Just
but
so it kind of, okay, something's better than nothing.
is that better?
Hold on, and okay, anytime you want, I'll just roll what we got.
If you're gonna film from here this way, I don't know if it's gonna come out the glare. Get a little
Do you
more
want
light.
us, I didn't wash the window all the way up. I washed halfway.
That's that's fine.
Busted.
Yep.
Someone off on her
Somebody
side.
needs to fire the housekeeper here.
You hungry, Pop? Yeah. Are you hungry? Well, we can take care of that, Pop.
Good, a sandwich.
Yeah, you got a sandwich, Pop.
Is that mine?
That's yours.
Okay.
You wanna go, we'll go without a bib for the,
Yeah.
What? Hi, Blue. Yeah, it's a Blue.
I never seen you up there.
I know. She wants to be a star. Look at her.
Yeah.
I was noticing her the whole time. She's following everybody around. Look at her. And she's not a friendly cat. She
this
likes
was a
Dan.
rescue cat that I got about 2 years ago.
But look at her. She's just like, hello, what about me?
That's a Blue King. That's a Blue
Blue Kitty
King.
is just sitting there.
Yes, you are not a nice cat, are you? We
No,
know
she's
that.
not.
We know that.
How is that?
Yeah, it's a Blue
Is it
King.
good? Is that good?
What?
The strawberries. You're eating strawberries. Mary made you a nice sandwich.
I'm in this eating thing
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
So that's good, we just wanna move this chair, just so that everybody talk, it's blocking the face.
You okay?
I'm okay. Are you okay? I'm a little tired today.
What?
I'm tired today.
Oh, you were busy yesterday.
I sure was. I sure was. I did a little,
Busy all day.
yeah. I'm ready for a nap.
Oh, yeah.
No?
No, I'm just tired. No, for now.
Me. I'm ready for a nap. Not you, me.
Oh, you're tired? Well, you were here yesterday too.
I was. Do you like that strawberry?
What?
Do you like that strawberry?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good, huh?
yeah.
I cut those fresh for you.
Actually,
You're welcome. Do you want to take a sip? Do you mind?
what is that?
That's the dog. Coco,
Oh,
the dog. She wants to come in.
Coco. I know Coco's got the ears.
He
I'm
eats.
gonna-
Well,
He's normally
and she's
Oh, this
normally,
one.
she's normally in his lap.
Oh, gotcha.
Knows
Oh, it's
this
lunch.
side
Yeah,
falls
she
in
knows.
bed, so he's eating, and we don't move the dog in the back, as Mary knows, we have to put the dog, but we forget, or the dog gets out, and the dog's in his bib, so he's eating, and there's a dog below him, and everything, no, we'll be talking to the dog.
And the food will fall down.
That's so cute.
It's like lunchtime.
Uh-huh.
Coco's like, I want a piece of that.
That's Coco knows he's eating, and that's Coco knows, that's my snack time. Everybody knows there's drinks
Open,
outside if anybody's.
open.
So I'm gonna like a wine shot, one of these, one of those, one of these,
Yeah.
that kind of.
Yeah, I feel like we need one more scene. What could, even
If you wanna get one outside,
or, oh, I'd have to go outside.
This was a,
Cause we have
Yeah.
that.
Show it to them tomorrow.
Just in case.
No, Mary made that for you.
Sweet.
What do you need? What do we need?
I mean, we could get some video of him walking.
That would be great.
Well, let's do that. Let's pick
Okay.
a spot here. I mean, we could do it.
Well, we could even go from Dan.
Yeah.
From right here. You can go start from here. We'll turn the light on right there, and we can walk through, and we can sit him down right here. Push these in. And then that way.
We can move this over there, and then just leave the chair here. Maybe just get him walking right down this hall right here.
Yeah, that works. That's easy enough for you. Look at this cat. It's
And then also move
adventurous.
these.
All that stuff.
I would worry about. That's okay.
Yeah,
What
she said
stuff?
it's
Oh,
easy.
yeah.
It's easy to move.
It's easy to move.
Easy. It's easy to move, but then who has to put it back?
Did you just say it's easy to move because you're putting it back?
It's easy to move for you, but I have to do all the work.
Did I knew that had to be there.
Well, of course. I just don't know if you're gonna be able to tear him away from the food.
Well, we can take him over there and go, Dad, you hungry? You gotta walk. You gotta walk back to the
Oh,
food.
that's true. Well, we're taking him.
No,
off from
we'll get it. Pop,
pork.
take a break for a second from that. We're gonna put that down for a second. We'll come back and finish it in a minute. We'll let him finish what's in his mouth. That can take 10 minutes, and then,
We're gonna get a little walk in, okay?
he's not happy.
No, he's
Aw,
staring at that
sorry.
like,
He's
okay,
not
where's
happy.
the walker? I gotta go get the walker.
But it'll be a good, it's good, it's a good clip, and it's good. I'm
Yeah.
happy to show him walk
Thank
too.
Okay, so you wanna roll the, I don't know how we're gonna do that, but.
You can be down the hall, and I'll tell you, you can film here, and we'll just get right around the corner, and we'll just have him walk around the
right toward
corner.
me, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you
Hold
can-
on, Ed, hold on.
Thank you.
So we want me to do
I'll
it?
show you,
We'll
Pop.
show you.
You're gonna show everybody what a great prolific walker you are, Pop. 'Cause that's what you are. You are a walker. Did you say that?
What?
You're a walker. You like to walk.
Yeah, I'd like to walk, I didn't want to walk now.
You are a good walker.
That's the problem, is that, how I'm gonna get the wheelchair back over there. I'll just have to follow behind you.
I gotta get from the car.
Just go right back through there.
What?
You can beat me over there.
Do you mind if can you move that actually? Is that right? That's just, yeah, because I can see it. It looks weird next to the Montecellino.
We have some videos that would be great just to get from him, and then the rest I can pull from TikTok.
So we'll come around the corner.
And I'll move this quick, yeah, as soon as you get about halfway down, I'll pull
You
this
got
out of the
it.
way, just so I can get two angles.
You tell me when you're
You
ready.
know it, I'm rolling.
All right. All right, Bob, we're gonna take a little walk. We're gonna walk to lunch, all right? Put your hands up here.
Hands up here.
Oh, yes. Ready? Go ahead and stand up, Bob. You gotta stand up.
I got to stand up.
Yeah, you gotta uncross your legs, stand up. Now walk straight. Your legs work fine. Good, Bob. Good. Turn to the right. Good, Bob. Good, Dad. Walk straight ahead, Bob. Stand up straight. Stand up straight. We'll get you some food, Pop. Are you ready for lunch? Look at that lunch, Pop.
Well, I don't know if it's that lunch there.
That's your lunch.
You got my lunch on the picture there, Dan?
It's right there, Pop. See it?
Yeah, look at it, Dan, it was written,
Yeah, we'll move you over here, we'll get you a chair. You know, Dad, I'm gonna put the chair behind you. Go ahead and sit down. Go ahead and sit, Pop. There you go. I got you. I got you.
This chair, all right?
Yep, it's fine. Good job, Pop. All right, move this over here. Watch that leg. And all right. Move this over here. Get you some lunch, Pop. Thank you, Dad. How does that look, Dad?
Good.
All right. Good, Mom.
Great. Thank you.
Couple of burps, but we could.
Sorry, can you edit out the burps?
Yes. We'll figure those out, yeah.
Sorry
I
about
promise
that.
I'll make it look good. Oh. Well, I think we can wrap it up and get out of your hair. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
But we will be bothering
Really.
you for some visuals, some videos, and maybe some photos, so we'll figure that out. But we'll let him eat in peace.
Yeah.
Give him
And then
a
I'm gonna
workout.
give you your pomegranates.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, on the way out, cause
Thank you.
please, I have so many and.
Now, what's the bags?
I have, they're outside, I left my purse somewhere.
Is it the black first?
No, it was a green one.
Oh, I probably left it over there.
Well, there was a green one on the table, unless you moved it.
I think I may have brought it.
Oh,
over
okay.
there.
That looks like a good sandwich.
I know Mary does a good job.
Wow. Oh.
You know, it's incredible to have help, and then, you know, the help she learned, you know, now she gets up, she makes his lunch. Stuff that you always used to have to do, and when someone comes in and does it, it's incredible.
Okay, nice to see you. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna figure where to put this.
I wonder, can we move that other call?
She's supposed to move the matrix.
Oh, no, I guess we could still get her, do it outside, it's like at 1:30.
You know, it was interesting on that committee, Carlos, Olivias. I mean, we met, you know, many times, he's come to different events. So we bonded, so it was really neat, I got on, and there's Carlos. You know, we've even done men's groups in there, I've participated with him a lot before, so I was really happy to see him. And he was hosting it, it was great.
Yeah, because I think all of you kind of, it's funny because we were working with you, we're also working with we're looking for someone who we're looking for Alma. Yeah, so I think there's just this whole support network with, you know, all of these, you know, caregivers, which is
Absolutely.
great. Yeah.
It is, I mean, you feel a bond, it's weird, you know, it's almost like the same high school. You feel a bond
putting Ed on you guys. But anyway, so that was it. That was pretty much packing up, and the state ladies came first, and then just setting up and doing all that stuff. So I'm glad you guys got to see it. I'm glad I remembered to turn it on because I almost forgot to turn you guys on. But we did it. So I'm sorry you didn't get to see me, but I just didn't even know. Anyway, it was fun. Thanks, Mads. How you guys doing? Good? I know, but you know, we hate to show, you know, we speak about dignity, right? And oh, Caroline, you missed it. That's okay. We talk about dignity, right? And for us, sorry, Coco's trying to get in. For us, you know, some of that is not showing him while he's eating because he doesn't have the best etiquette, and it gets sloppy, and you can imagine how everybody feels with that because they're always looking to attack something we're doing. Hi, Froggy. I know. Do you see her? Did you see her? She's going. You can see her ears. There she is. Not happy. Coco. And now we have a new hole in our screen. Hey. New screen that I gotta replace. Yeah. Anyway, look at Coco. Holy moly. Anyway, Pops is right there eating. So I know. And now my screen's done. So we had a cat door built in. And now we're gonna have a couple more. Coda. Oh my God. Yeah, she does want lunch. So I'm gonna bring her on the other side. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to, yeah, I know. So I'm gonna go take care of that and bring her in. But I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys got to see some of the behind the scenes of the crazy. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a great afternoon and evening. And I'll see you on the flip side. Love ya.